Melissa. I just wanted to kind of show you a little bit of what I do with Duke throughout the day when we're not working on task work, not going in public. Oh, sorry, my fingers. I've just been cleaning up. My house is a disaster right now. All the things everywhere. Well, it looks clean now, but it wasn't 5 seconds ago. And so what I do with him, and this is what I'm going to have you do going forward for the next little while, is he's still young. Like, I would still say he's on more of a puppy side than an adult side. He can do a lot of adult things, absolutely, but he's still pretty young. And so with that, well, he's more like a teenager. With that, Duke sometimes can be like mischievous. So depending on who's here and who's working him. So we want to make sure that rules are the same with every person. He's not jumping on the couch. So I've been working on picking up the leash with him. And I know Sloan likes to pick up the leash. And just having him stay in a down. Good boy. Good. So this comes through reward and correction. So there's been a couple times we fed him as I pull on the leash. You can see the conflict in his eyes. He's like, I don't understand. But he does understand. He just wants to break. So good boy. So sometimes periodically I'll feed him because he's on work for food. So he only works for his meals. He doesn't see it from a bowl. And I can use that for task work or obedience. I use it more for task work. Let's say I probably do maybe a cup for obedience, and then the rest is all task work, just because that needs to be more of the exciting thing. But obedience is calmness. So we've been working a ton on this. Sometimes when I sit down on the couch, he feels like it's an invitation to come say hi to me and give me love. And so he uses that sometimes to get his way. And so we want to make sure we're not playing into that. So I'm sitting down on the couch. Sometimes if I reach out my hand, he thinks, oh, I need to get up and say hi to you. But it's really important to proof for this stuff. So in service dog world, as you get out and about more often, it doesn't happen often, but every once in a while somebody will try to talk to him. So we went to the at-home store the other day, and somebody had a standard poodle, and they wanted to talk about Duke, and because he looks way more poodly than anything else. And we were like, nope, he can't touch him, you can't talk to him. And he still would like kind of look at Duke and like, oh, I really want to touch you, but I can't. And we were like, no, please don't do that. So it's hard to train the public, but it's easier to train the dog. And so sometimes we'll kind of trick him a little bit and say, oh, what a cute puppy. He's like, you guys are horrible. Look at his face. But it's really important that he stays no matter what goes on, no matter if people come over. So when he goes home, it'll be after Thanksgiving, but before Christmas, if you guys have family coming into town or family over, it's really important that nobody talks to him or engages him except your family. So, and in public, it's just you and Grayson. So, I mean, obviously Sloan will probably come up and pet him and say hi to him, and that's fine, but we just want Duke to understand that people it's not social hour. They're going to talk to you, but you have to ignore them. And so we work on leave it. We work on lots of obedience. We work on many, many things so that he understands no matter if somebody comes in my house and sits down on the couch, it's not an invitation for you to come up and sniff them, to say hi. You have to be in control, and that's really, really important for service dog work because that transfers out into public. So the more that we get him to understand that, the better he's going to be overall as a dog. So I know this video isn't super exciting. It's just him holding a downstay, but this is really hard work for him because he's so social and because he can kind of push boundaries on this stuff. I've seen him push boundaries on downs and placing a little bit, and so we're just trying to encourage this as much as possible. You stay in this position, but he also knows that I'm the one in control, so It would be different if my husband put him in a down. I don't think Duke would listen as well. So everybody's in the household has to be on the same page with you and Grayson as primary handlers of him. It's important that Duke doesn't try to figure out, oh, well, so-and-so's home and they don't reinforce the rules quite the same, so I'm just going to get up. Because dogs will test that, and he's smart. I mean, being a poodle, he's no dummy by any means. Very, very intelligent. He's getting big. I need to add some extra links to his prong collar. It's above his e-collar now. You're getting bigger, dude. Yeah, so much bigger. But anyway, this is really, really good for him. And even like as kids get on the floor and stuff, he wants to come over and say hi so bad, but he really has to stay here. So it really has to be consistent. And so I'm pretty, like I don't budge on the rules. I don't let him army crawl or anything like that. I'm pretty consistent with it. And I have the e-collar just in case he were to break. And then I also have this leash on him too. So really, really good for Duke.